What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Saber Brick Studios. My name is Jeremy. I hope you guys are all having a great day. This is episode 1 of my brand new LEGO Star Wars Imperial Winter Outpost mock here on my YouTube channel. Check out the announcement video if you guys haven't seen that. I'm going to be covering a lot of that here. But right now you're seeing a basic layout of the mock. It's going to be changing a few times throughout. I kind of experimented with different base plate shapings and stuff like that. So nothing is finalized in this form. Again, it is a winter mock, so most of this will be white terrain. So I'm going to have to cover a lot of those base plates with a lot of white plates. Hopefully I have enough. There's the fighter tank for scale, by the way, guys, and that speeder. So this is a pretty large LEGO Star Wars mock, almost 2x3 gray base plates. So it's definitely a very large mock. Very excited to get this built for you guys. So here's another update. I kind of switched out the gray base plates, or the tan base plates for another gray base plate. I just thought it looked a little bit more compact and all that. I am missing a 32 by 32 small base plate on that side there, but I will get that in. But I like this a lot better. I think the tan just kind of didn't really match anything, and I would have to cover it a lot. So now I'm going to be placing a lot of the rock work that I was talking about in the first kind of announcement. It's going to be like kind of a base inside a mountain. I also want to build some sort of river system. I'm going to talk about that later in the video. So there's that river I was talking about. That's kind of the rough outline of the shape I have right now. So hopefully we'll see where it ends up. I'm not exactly sure, but it should be pretty good. Again, guys, here's another wrap around the base section. There's definitely a lot of space in between the side there. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with that. Here's kind of a bird's eye view of that. So that should be interesting. But yeah, it's kind of an awkward layout. I don't know. It might change by the end of this video. But let's see what else I got. As you guys can tell here, I started to connect some Technic pins. That's how this whole mock is going to be kind of put together. Alright guys, so here is the current layout that I have going on right now. Of course, none of this is finalized at all, but basically this is a technically 2x3-ish gray base plate mock, a little bit off there. I am missing a half base plate right there, half of a half base plate I should say. That will be filled in, so don't worry about that. But I really like this layout because I do believe the actual base portion is going to be a giant spire mountain here. It's going to kind of like creep up into like a circle structure, then kind of jut out with the rest of the clone tower here. But this primary section is going to be a hangar that we've seen there. There's a bunch of speeders that are on there. Again, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be using the Empire or Republic. Make sure you guys comment down which one you want to see. I may try to do a hybrid of the two. I don't think it's going to look pretty, so we're kind of play that by ear. I'm not really worried about that stuff. But this week, guys, I'm going to be focusing on building up some of the terrain around the base. I want to kind of get the foundation for that done, as well as cover up some of this area here. Most of this is going to be a kind of mill system. It's going to be connected by these Technic pins here. So it's definitely going to be a really, really compact and sound structure. So guys, let's hop into the first building portion, and I'll kind of update you as I go. Alright guys, so there's quite a bit of progress to show you guys. This first section here, of course, is probably my most finalized portion of this mock. This is kind of a flatter part of the terrain here. This is a gray base plate. About half of it is filled in right now with white plate and stuff like that. But these kind of snow banks and snow hills are going to be very common throughout the mock, just like that smaller one in that section, just as the snow would kind of blow up and form piles. I'm very pleased with the amount of detail I was able to put into this section. I do want to continue this kind of hill structure across into that section. It's coming down from the base. I plan to have a sort of frozen waterfall that also has a giant frozen lake with an island in the middle. It's going to be cool because part of this lake and river over here is going to actually be seen from the side profile view of the mock. And I just think that's going to be like really, really cool. I really like the shape of it. It looks very natural, very agreeable into the environment. The only section I'm not sure about yet is the front section, because I do want to build a trench for the clone troopers. I kind of started the construction of that over in this section. I'm not sure if it's going to stay in that location, but it's good to get some practice in for it. I definitely have a lot of gray space to fill up with white over here, where almost all those base plates are white, so I kind of have an advantage over there to kind of build a trench, because I can go to the base plate ground level, whereas here I have to cover it in plate no matter what. Overall, guys, I'm very excited for the kind of shaping of this section. I think it looks very natural. I think that once that lake is in there and that river's in there, it's gonna look just that much better. I do plan on probably putting a bunch of blue plate, either light blue or dark blue, kind of underneath this, and then putting some tile on top of that. I think that's gonna make it look fantastic, but I will keep you guys updated on how I go throughout that. I'm still waiting for some of those parts to come in. So I'm excited to get started on that. Kind of like a bird's eye view of that entire section there. You can tell definitely a lot of work went into this. This took hours just to do the amount of terrain I did. It's crazy to think actually how much time terrain takes to do, but it really does take a long time. So my plans for this section are still kind of uncertain. I'm still missing that kind of half of the 32 base plate. I'm gonna get that in. But eventually I do want to build some sort of trench system in this entire front section wrapping around the back. But my reasoning to put a trench here, have the door here, and then continue the trench here is it's kind of like a defensive barricade for the base. I felt like if the trench was here, there wouldn't be any room for the opposing force to be. So that is definitely something I'm gonna have to work on, the shaping and the flow of the MOC. I do want to have about 2 or 3 vehicles in it. I think one here is an ideal spot, and one either in those back sections is an ideal spot, and something like kind of broken into the lake or river right here would be really cool. Know what you guys want to see in this. Also, let me know if you guys think the trench should remain where I'm kind of drawing it roughly to be, or if I should move it into the back sections only. Just I'd like some advice on it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for episode number 2 of this Clone Wars MOC. It's gonna be so exciting to continue working on this. So hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Bye bye.